Is it good?
Yeah, I mean,
are we allowed to?
There's a lot of shit
anything.
going on.
Are we still in? Are we? Can you get our show in China?
I don't think you. It's not only can you not get our show in China, you can't get YouTube in China. There's no YouTube. There's currently no Google. Google is working on censoring themselves, but currently there's no Google in China. But it's a little different in Hong Kong. Like Hong Kong, you've always been able to get YouTube and all that stuff. Like it's never been, one country, two governments or two systems or whatever that whole thing was. Yeah, man. But lately, Jesus Christ, and you were saying it before the show, Alex Jones has to have a hard on.
Oh yeah, he's got to be celebrating. I tried to tell everybody about these Chinese.
And
Owen, come on! I told him, tell him, give me some coffee, damn it.
So
put on a jacket.
Today, and this is unintentionally today. This just so happened to be the news that all came in at the same time. Today's first half of the show is very China heavy. It's very, very China heavy. For those of you who don't know, China is the place where all your stuff is made and karate chops were invented.
Yes.
It's where Brendan Schaub gets 90% of his material. It's
I believe everybody over there wears geese.
Yes.
Is it am I pronouncing it right?
It's pronounced gaze.
It's a bunch of figs.
It's the reason Shane Gillis isn't on SNL. If you want to know what China is.
China.
There has been a lot of stuff. So we all know about the Hong Kong protests and all that shit, right? We're all aware of all the shit. And by the way, I mentioned the Hong Kong protest today on Daywave. I was just talking about it, and immediately it's like, that's all the CIA, man. Look, let's get something straight before I start hearing all that shit. Do I think the CIA uses things like that to get a better hold of what's going on? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I don't think the CIA caused the Hong Kong protest.
They just they're just a bunch of white guys going out there going, hey, can you believe this government?
Yeah.
We really got to show these guys.
So the protest has been going on. This is from yesterday, actually, as a matter of fact. They're saying Hong Kongers resist. It's raining. That's why they have umbrellas, but they normally walk around with umbrellas and face masks anyway, because China has, and we've actually shown videos of it. China has those facial recognition poles, they look like light poles, but they're just multiple cameras, and China has a facial recognition system, which to me is weird.
Yeah, how do you recognize any Chinese face?
Yeah, because if most Chinese people could unlock their friend's phone,
that is tech. That's next level.
Yeah, that must be really good.
That means when they apply it to us, it's going to be unbelievable.
Of course, yeah. So the protest is still going on, as you can see. I think a 14-year-old got shot in the leg recently at the protest. I know we've seen the videos of them just running around and beating people with fucking sticks and stuff like that.
Slip. Slippy slip.
Well, now what they're fighting for, you get a bunch of different views, but basically China has been trying to slowly but surely impose their will on Hong Kong, even though Hong Kong...
even though Hong Kong's one of the only places that makes money for China, and
right.
is a place that people can go and not feel like they're, going to get stuck in China.
Right. So it's been pretty bad. It's been pretty bad there. We've played some stuff. So a bunch of different people have different takes on it, different comments on it. As what look, dude, see.
This man has already been beaten bloody, but it's not enough for the protesters. This was savage, cornered and alone. Mob violence, plain.
Oh, look how Sky. Oh,
I know. It's already. I already knew right away. They were like, the protesters are beating this poor man.
Look how Sky News is handling it. No.
This man, whose only crime was defending the brave Chinese government, he's now a victim of these terrible mobs.
The mob has routinely been attacked. Look here, this is one of the attacks. Look, see those dudes with sticks?
Yeah, wow, they have a Yingling train station.
Hey, you know what's funny? The dude with the sticks are dressed exactly like the dude at the Sky News that they were beating up. Isn't that weird?
The man was an innocent bystander simply walking around the train station at night, beaten savagely by these terrible, evil protesters.
So this is what's actually happening.
Yeah, those pro-Chinese people fighting.
Right.
And then one of the pro-Chinese guys, maybe he made a wrong turn in the subway station.
Whoops.
And maybe, yeah, like, I'm sorry, like, I don't want to see political violence anywhere, not even here. But, like,
of course,
you know, if Antifa and the fucking Proud Boys are out there brawling around, right, and then one of these Antifa guys makes a dumb wrong turn and ends up at a fucking wrong subway station, hey, you know, the side effect of that is you're probably going to take an ass whooping. That's, you know,
that's just
don't
how it
get
goes.
separated from your group when you're out there doing political violence.
Right.
Oh, now I recognize you, sir. Now I got your face.
And now, yeah,
on
so
the computer system.
So they've been doing that. Now, there's a reason I'm playing all this stuff and all this violence and all that, because different people have different opinions. Which, you know what, they should, right? Like, who, you know, if you think one side's being more bad than the other side, if you think people are fighting for stuff, that's fine. However, Chinese state media suspends broadcast of NBA preseason games in China. Now, why did this happen? Chinese state said that it suspended the current broadcast of the NBA preseason games in China. They also said it would immediately investigate all cooperation and exchanges involving the NBA. It comes after NBA Commissioner Adam Silver defended Houston Rockets general manager Daryl Morey's tweet in support of the Hong Kong anti-government protest. Chinese state-run television network CCTV said it was suspending the current broadcast arrangement for NBA season's game in China in a following tweet made by the Houston Rockets manager, in which he showed support for the anti-government protest in Hong Kong. The tweet, which was later deleted, they made him delete the tweet. The NBA made him delete the tweet, by the way, drew strong criticism in the world's second largest economy. The suspension underscores the difficulty American companies face when they want to do business with China's massive economy, but can't run the risk of saying anything that will upset the country's government. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver defended Morey. I think as value-based organizations that I want to make it clear that Daryl Morey is supported in every term of his ability for his freedom of expression. We are strongly dissatisfied. CCTV did not agree with Silver's remark, which is Chinese government TV. We are strongly dissatisfied, and we oppose Silver's claim to support Morey's right of free expression. We believe that any speech that challenges the national sovereignty and social stability as not within the scope of freedom of speech. CCTV said in a statement in Chinese, which was translated by CNBC. The state-run TV channel also said it will immediately investigate all cooperation and exchanges involving the NBA. So, here's what happens. China is the second biggest economy.
Wait, can I just say it once?
Sure.
China
is the second biggest economy. They are. They make a lot of money.
They also do not like when you're playing video games and you tell them, and I just learned this recently, China number 2.
Yeah, they don't
they
like
get
that.
really mad when you go, oh, yeah, I'm from America, China number 2. And they're like, no, China number 1. They get so mad.
Well, that's one of the things that's happened. Now, if you haven't noticed, if you haven't seen a Michael Bay movie or a Transformers movie or an Avengers movie.
I've seen every single one.
Okay,
I have them all. I have the Criterion collection.
If you have those, then you know every blockbuster movie now panders to the Chinese market. They'll either have a scene in China.
Or Chinatown.
Or they'll have a character who's Chinese. They've been doing it for a while. Disney's a huge culprit for that too. Huge, huge. Why do you think there's a Ching Chong Ding Dong in the new Star Wars? It's to pander for that. The new Independence Day had a China and America's relationship's never been stronger, because they know that they need to do that to make money in China.
We have to literally go over there and go, China number 1. China number 1.
So that's been happening. Now, this also happened. So you know those professional Major League Gaming and all those esports stuff, that's the new thing. Mark Levin's son does it, if you haven't heard. Blizzard, makers of World of Warcraft, Overwatch, and Hearthstone. Blizzard bans pro Hearthstone player over support of Hong Kong protests. Now, what do you think he did?
He said, we need blood in the streets. We got to flip over cars. We need to kill policemen. We need to murder politicians. Right? He said something crazy like that.
Blizzard has temporarily banned Hearthstone and Pro Chung Blitzchung Negua for saying, "Liberate Hong Kong, revolution of our age."
Well, then, yeah, clearly they made the right call here. That's a dangerous person.
This happened last Sunday during the Hearthstone Grandmaster tournament. In addition to removal from the rest of the tournament and a 1-year ban, Blizzard will not pay out the prize money Chung is owed for his participation so far.
Yeah, this is how Jeremy from the Quartering became semi-famous. Same thing happened to him. He got kicked out of, it wasn't the Blizzard thing, it was Magic the Gathering. Yeah. Same thing, though. They will find a little thing you did, like same way YouTube and Twitch does, where they'll be like, yeah, well, you said a thing we didn't like on a podcast 3 years ago, so we're not going to pay you. And that was with him the sticking point. He was like, I don't even care if you ban me from this community. I don't even care if you don't let me ever play in another tournament. But you have my money. I want my money that you owe me. And it's not even a matter of money, because I don't think he needs money. It was just
the principle.
Yeah, you fucking owe me this money. It's so... Oh, I hate this kind of shit,
YouTube owes us money. Well, Blizzard have also had to stop working with two casters involved in the interview. So 2 of the podcasters who had the interview, Blizzard also dropped them. Blizzard has released a statement claiming that the interview violates their competition rules. Specifically, and this is what Blizzard said: engaging in any act that in Blizzard's sole discretion brings you into public disrepute, offends a portion or group of the public, or otherwise damages Blizzard's image will result in removal from the Grandmasters and reduction of the player's prize total to $0.
That's so vague, though. That could be any, that just means I could literally offend 2 people and they could not pay me. That's insane.
In addition to other remedies which may be provided for under the handbook of Blizzard's website terms, the statement laughably concludes with, we read that, Blitzchung's statement may well bring into the public disrepute for a portion of the Chinese citizens. But it seems more notable that failing to punish Blitzchung would damage Blizzard's image in the eyes of the Chinese government. Remember, Blizzard games and stuff are huge in China. Gaming is huge in China. They've previously taken action against companies they find objectionable, including scrapping plans to show 2 U.S. NBA basketball games after a team executive tweeted, read that. Blitzchung issued a response to the esports set, and this is what the guy said. As you know, there are serious protests in my country now. My call on the stream was just another form of participation of the protest that I wish to grab more attention. I put so much effort into the social movement in the past few months that I sometimes couldn't focus on preparing for my Grandmasters match. I know what my actions on the stream means. It could cause me a lot of trouble, even my personal safety in real life. But I think it's my duty to say something about the issue. So Blizzard is now, of course, capitulating to what China says. But wait, Mike, it doesn't stop there.
China's been on a fucking
this
rampage
is
lately.
I'm telling you, this has been kind of really next level. Remember, and they're the ones the Chinese government's the ones walking around beating people with sticks. Apple rejects Hong Kong's protest map from App Store. Relents under pressure.
Well, I mean, there's no company, I think, that China's got its mitts in deeper than fucking Apple.
Amid the pro-democracy protests currently going on in Hong Kong, technology has been used in various ways to try and censor and spread misinformation about the protester beliefs and their tactics. The protesters have used technology of their own. However, such as the HK Map Live app, which shows information about protest and police activity, letting protesters know which areas are safe to assemble in and where they can expect resistance or violence from the police. So this is all the app does, right? The app shows you which places has low police people so you could do your protest there so you don't get beat with sticks.
Pretty helpful, handy-dandy app.
So you get hit with sticks. The map was available through web browsers.
Could we reappropriate that app here in the U.S.? Maybe we could use it to let me know where certain people are at any given time. You know, like the opposite of police.
The map was available through a web browser, but the developers also wanted to offer it in a standalone mobile app. However, earlier this week, Apple rejected the app from the App Store, preventing iPhone users from downloading it. According to the app's developers, Apple said it contained content which facilitates, enables, and encourages an activity that is not legal. Protesting?
It's not. Well, it's China.
But it's legal in Hong Kong. Supposed to be.
I get it, but it's still in China. I'm not supporting what they're doing. I'm just saying when you're like, well, yeah, protest should be legal. And you're like, you're talking about the Chinese. They'll just go, oh, no. We make a new rule. No, we take that rule away.
Specifically, the app allows users to evade law enforcement. As the developers pointed out, that meant that Apple should equally well ban the Waze app from the App Store. That's true. The Waze app, the GPS app.
Thing, yeah.
If that's what Apple is using for their criteria, then the Waze app, which is owned by Google,
tells you where the cops are.
It tells you when there's cops up ahead.
Which is great, by the way. Waze is one of the coolest apps.
Yeah, it is. So, another company capitulating to them. Now, this isn't over though. There's one more.
Oh my God.
There's one more.
These Chinamen are really not happy.
So this last week's South Park episode, I actually saw it. This last week's South Park episode was pretty good. The premise of the episode, in a nutshell, was Stan was trying to get his Tegrity wheat farm, trying to get into the Chinese market. He's flying over to China, and on the airplane trying to get into the market are all the Avengers.
That's pretty funny.
The NBA, a bunch of NBA players, and Mickey Mouse.
That's funny.
So they're going over to China. And a big joke of the episode was, and this is true, about a year ago, China banned Winnie the Pooh, the character Winnie the Pooh, because some people started saying he looked like their prime minister. And he kind of does.
Kind of does.
Be honest with you.
Well, no. China's prime minister looks like Winnie the Pooh. It's not the other way around.
Yeah, you're right. Good point.
Winnie the Pooh was here first, sir.
Yeah.
Chairman. I'm assuming your title is chairman.
They banned it a year ago. So a part of that episode was that, and they were talking about that, and it was your typical pointing out that China is, and what we're talking about today, China's controlling what American companies do because they want to get into that market. Well, and by the way, South Park has been available in China. It's always been available in China. After this episode, not anymore. China has now banned all episodes of South Park, including any clips that were online.
I'm honestly surprised they were still around for all the shit they stir up.
It says here, South Park creators issue mock apology to China after reportedly being censored. The episode, called Banned in China, pokes fun at Chinese strict censorship laws and ridicules Hollywood for shaping its entertainment to please the Chinese people. On Monday, Beijing reportedly responded by deleting all clips, episodes, and online discussion of the long-running comedy program.
I love how China can just flip a switch and things disappear.
Yeah. The creators of South Park have jokingly apologized to China after an episode of the U.S. TV comedy cartoon was reportedly made largely available in the country. The episode, called Banned in China, read that. On Monday, Beijing reportedly responded by deleting all its clips, episodes, and online discussion. Trey Parker and Matt Stone, the creators of South Park, issued an official apology. I have it here. Yeah, they did. I'm going to read it.
An apology from these guys?
Yeah, it was from the verified South Park Twitter, so this was them. Official apology to China from Trey Parker and Matt Stone.
I have a feeling this is going to be...
This is real. They're
okay,
they're really apologizing. They mean it.
Yeah, 20 years in the game and they just start apologizing now. Yeah, sure, I'm totally buying this.
Like the NBA, we welcome the Chinese censors into our homes and into our hearts. We too love money more than freedom and democracy. Z doesn't look just like Winnie the Pooh at all. Tune into our 300th episode this Wednesday at 10. Long live the great Communist Party of China. May this autumn's sorghum harvest be bountiful. We good now, China?
May this autumn's sorghum harvest be... What a fucking bunch of assholes.
We good now, China? Like it says, the statement continued, aired last week, banned in China includes a plot line in which the character Randy Marsh is caught selling drugs in China. As a punishment, he is subjugated to forced labor in the Communist Party re-education. This appears to be a direct reference to the mass internment camps in China. The territory has made the territory has made headlines for is detention and re-education camps that hold an estimated 1.5 million Muslims.
We have those in America. They're called schools. That's it. It's like torture, but for kids, and we make them think what we want. It's an amazing system.
Friend, for violating what Amnesty International describes a highly restrictive and discriminatory law that China says is designed to combat extremism. In one scene, a prison guard is seen giving Marsh an electric shock. I am a proud member of the Communist Party, Marsh then says, reading aloud from a card handed to him by the same guard. The party is more important than the individual. Marsh is also depicted in an overcrowded prison cell before engaging in conversation with Winnie the Pooh and Piglet. That's right, in that episode, Winnie the Pooh and Piglet were in a re-education camp.
That's amazing.
They were in a re-education camp. So, look, man, China's been doing this for a while, right? They know what they're doing, and they know how big their market is. They know how much money. I mean, movies make more money overseas than they do in the U.S.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, they that market, man. It's a lot of cash, and it's a lot of people, and it's a lot. Like, it used to be, them pumping their shit out to us, but at some point we started becoming like addicted to, like, trying to sell shit back to them.
I think I have a tiny clip here that we could actually play. This was from the episode. As you can see, this is Mickey scolding all the Disney property.
By the way, I like the Mickey Mouse in the South Park universe.
Oh yeah, he's real Disney.
He's Disney.
Yeah.
Thought they had permission to say anything critical of Chinese politics.
Well, it is true, sir. The Chinese seem to exploit their own people with forced labor.
Shut the up, Thor! You're here to flex and not think, you bitch!
Please,
Disney.
Mr. Marsh was only standing up for me and Piglet because we were political prisoners.
You are a fat diabetic bear, and if the Chinese don't want you, then I don't either.
And look,
That's Disney.
But man, I know. Look, that's a very good joke. It was very well done, South Park. But that is the truth.
Mm-hmm.
If they don't want you, Disney will not. Why do you think all of these movies, all these Disney movies, they have all this action that takes place in China? They input some sort of Chinese China. These characters. Look, I'll tell you, whether you like South Park or not, I would recommend watching last week's episode because it really does kind of crystallize what's going on. But look, man, I'll say this. At least Matt and Trey apologized.
And that's okay, because we're going to get our money back in steel tariffs. I am changing the steel tariffs to 157%.
Oh, that's nice. Make it 200. Why not? Make it an even 200. Let's fucking do it. Let's go all in.
We're going to keep going up, China. You want to play games with me? I'll take you and Turkey out in one day. Oh, by the way, Turkey sounds really good.
Give me a turkey club with a Diet Coke.
Give me a menu from the sandwich place, the one I like.
Subway, sir.
Blimpies. You got it, sir.